Good afternoon, friends. This is Colonel Ajayastromoneyguru, first global astrofinance digital channel and Tushar Global Services. Friends, today we shall be talking about international market, soya oil and soybean. I have very happy to inform you that what we have said in previous sessions about the soya oil as well as soybean and mustard, this has gone absolutely correct. Today, we have in our studio our chief analyst, Mr. Tushar Jain, who is SEBI registered analyst. He'll be throwing analysis on the soya oil and soya bean. So, friends, before we should be talking to Mr. Tushar Jain, SEBI registered research analyst, let us see what exactly the prices of the different edible oil at the different ports of India. First we shall be going to the Kandla port. Crude palm oil March it is $1260. RBD all in it is $1210, and CIF soya digam oil April it is $1316, and sunflower oil April it is $1435. This is if we'll just an FOB mustard meal sarso khal, it is $308 per metric ton. If we'll calculate in Indian currency what exactly it's coming out, so crude palm oil it is 1157 rupees, RBD palm oil it is 1430 rupees, and soya refined oil it is 1505. Repeat, 1505. And soya digam oil it is 1503 rupees, and sunflower refined it is 1760. And JNPT Jawaharlal Nehru Port Terminal, the RBD palm oil it is 1440 rupees, and Supreme oil it is 1460, and soya refined is 1500 rupees, and soya digam oil it is 1513, and sunflower crude it is 1600 rupees. So friends, this is the pricing of edible oil in different ports, in Indian ports, and you could see it is shown on the big screen also where exactly things is happening right now. If you remember previously, we had given you a pre-alert about the positive movement of edible oil, especially soya and other edible oils, which has been proven correct, including groundnut oil. So let us invite Mr. Tushar Jain, SEBI registered research analyst, about what international market says, where exactly the live market says, and what is his expectation on edible oil. Please do not forget to give your comments in comment box. Mr. Tushar ji, you are welcome. And first of all, I would like to congratulate you for giving the exact correct labels of the Nifty, gold and the crude oil, because if you remember previous week you had given clear alert about the crude oil, and previous week the crude oil was showing downward movement, and under downtrend you gave us a very straight signal. You are expecting, as per the technical analysis, the great uptrend in the crude oil, and crude oil seen wonderful uptrend. Congratulations, your analysis is once again proved correct. Now, what exactly the edible market says as per your analysis, Mr. Tushar?
Thank you for the appreciation, and namaskar and welcome back to Ajayastromoneyguru. I am Tushar Jain, SEBI registered research analyst and CFO and research head of Ajayastromoneyguru and TusharGlobalServices.com. If you're trading in the edible oil complex, you need to pay close attention. In this show, we are seeing a major shifts across US soybeans, US soybean oil, and Malaysian palm oil, directly impacting our local spot prices also here in India. Today, I'm going to break down the technical levels, geopolitical triggers, and share our team's exclusive research on why and what we are expecting to be seen in the US soybean oil for the next coming trading days for the short term perspective. So let's dive down into the data. Let's start with the Chicago Board of Trade, that is CBOT, Right now, we are seeing a fascinating deep coupling between raw soybeans and soybean oil. Let us show you the graph also. As you can see on the screen, it is the graph, it is the chart of CBOT ZS, that is the raw US soybeans. And we can see they are struggling. Prices have retracted below the level of $12 mark. Currently, they are at the level of 1175 cents per bushel. Raw soybean, as we have seen, it is struggling below the $12 per bushel mark. But why? We are looking at significant export weakness in the US. Sales are down by 35% week on week basis, and the Brazilian mega crop is flooding the global market. In US, the demand cycle and demand wise, uh, the drop is being seen, especially on the export front of the US, and they have seen 35% week on week basis downward trend in the demand section. And on the supply side, Brazilian mega crop is flooding the global markets. And technically, the market is facing a heavy resistance between 1138 and 1150 cents. And currently, it is trading slightly above 1150. And until we break that 200-week moving average, the soybean structure remains defensive. But here is where the money is moving. US soybean oil. While the we have discussed about the US soybean, it is showing some weakness. But if we see the US soybean oil, although on Monday it has dropped few cents, but while the beans are weak, domestic crush is hitting a record 2.58 billion bushels purely to feed the biofuel sector. US soybean oil prices have pushed up to 67.3 cents per pound. This rally is completely tethered to the global diesel market. With the ongoing disruptions in the Middle East and the Strait of Hormuz, biofuel margins are surging. Since we are witnessing a stuck in the Middle East and Strait of Hormuz. Because of that, biofuel demand are surging, and their margins are also surging, because of which US soybean oil demand is shooting up. And here is our core analysis. According to our team's analysis and my analysis research, we are expecting US soybean oil to remain positive from a short term perspective. The geopolitical risk premium in energy is spilling directly into vegetable oils, and the underlying momentum is firmly bullish. Let us put the US soybean oil chart also on the screen for your reference. As you can see on the screen, it is the chart of US soybean oil futures on the CBOT. It is trading at around 66 cents, 66.19 cents per bushel, per pound, and it is up by around 1.19% in today's session. Now we will come to the Indian domestic market and the import parity. So, does this global volatility translate to our local mandis and ports also today on March 20th? Let's look at the Kandla import rates. Crude palm oil for March is trending at around $1,260 on CNF basis, with RBD Olin at $1,210, and on CIF basis, uh, soya degum for April is quoting at around $1,316, and the sunflower oil is sitting at around 1435. When we map this import parity to our physical spot prices, it aligns perfectly in the Gujarat spot market. CPO is trading at around 1157 rupees per 10 kg, while soya refined is and is commanding at around 1505 rupees. If we look at the JNPD in Navasheva, the premium are holding steady. RBD palmoline is at around 1440 and sunflower crude is topping the chart at around 1600. Domestic market is absolutely pricing in the global supply tightness and the firm international benchmarks. So this was the overall scenario of the CBOT as well as Indian soybean market. Concluding our research, we are expecting some positive move to carry on in the soybean, US soybean oil in the short term perspective. Currently, it is trading at around 66.24 cents per pound, and recently it made high at around 69.91, approximately 70 cents per pound. And for the next few trading days, you can consider the upper levels of 760 for the short term 67.50, 68, and ultimately the 70 cents marks. And for the stop loss, you should consider the levels of around 64 cents per pound for the short term perspective in the US soybean oil futures. SWIBOT.
So, so friends, I hope the clear indication about the movement of the soya oil, and Mr. Tushar has clearly indicated why soya oil it is showing uptrend is while the basic product of soya oil, it is soya bean, it is not showing that kind of the positiveness in international future market. I hope you must have understood all these important factors. So biodiesel demands and prices of the crude oil, it is going to be affect edible oil. If remember, after having shown the wonderful uptrend in the crude oil, today crude oil prices are slightly on profit booking. So let's see what happens next week, and please do comment how do you like this show and what all commodity, international commodities you want to hear from Mr. Tushar's technical analysis. Thank you very much. All the very best. Good luck. Happy trading.